Director Fisheries, members of the media, members of our executive, Isambulu Binaka, Namaste and good morning. It's my capacity as the acting permanent secretary for fisheries. I think we called a press conference this morning, basically to correct some misinformation that has unfortunately been in circulation with relation to the current grouper or Kawakawa or coral trout Donu ban. The Fiji inshore fishery represents significant economic value for coastal communities and the people of Fiji. The Fiji government recognized that our coastal fisheries resources are overexploited and becoming depleted, and this is a situation that must be turned around. Our coastal community food security will be placed at risk if we don't act, and the government is committed to protecting these resources for current and future generations of Fijians. Fiji is not alone in facing this challenge. Coastal fisheries across the Pacific and wider are facing severe exploitation and leading towards depletion. Recognition of a need for action to stop and reverse the depletion of coastal fisheries resources has resulted in the Pacific regional commitments such as the Pacific-wide A New Song for Coastal Fisheries, Pathways to Change, and the Melanesian Spearhead Group Roadmap for Inshore Fisheries Management and Sustainable Development. Demonstrating decisive leadership, the government of Fiji also made 17 voluntary commitments towards the protection and sustainable management of our ocean at the 2017 United Nations Ocean Conference in New York. One of these commitments was to seek to sustainably manage our grouper and coral trout resources by monitoring these fisheries, protecting spawning aggregation sites, as well as applying seasonal and spatial management measures. This year, the Minister of Fisheries took a bold step towards supporting the delivery of this commitment through the implementation of the seasonal ban on the catching, processing, sale and export of grouper and coral trout. This was the first step towards rebuilding stocks of these valuable fisheries resources. Groupers are very vulnerable to overfishing because of their biology and in particular their predictable annual spawning or breeding aggregation behavior. These critical food and income fish for Fijians were facing collapse if no management action was taken. More than 90% of Fiji's known Kawakawa and Donu breeding sites are either declining or have been lost. The ban was implemented on the 6th of June 2018 and is in place up to and including the 30th of September 2018. And there are 27 species of grouper and coral trout to which the ban applies. It is recognized that this ban period will not cover the entire breeding period for all 27 species. However, the ban is designed to balance the interest of fishers, communities, and business to give these important species some time to breed through the peak breeding months to restock our reefs. It is evident that fishers are finding it harder to catch these species, and therefore it is harder for them to make a living. Communities are also getting less of these organic fish to maintain the health of their people. This ban is designed to ensure that we reverse the decline to benefit the health of our communities and businesses. It is about ensuring that Fiji future generation get to enjoy these aquatic fish. The Ministry of Fisheries and our partner agencies have concentrated on increasing awareness of the ban and confiscations of illegally processed catch. confiscation in no way benefit the ministry with any confiscated catches documented and returned and stored at the ministry's offices, providing that they be safely retained and transported. The ministry are now getting reports of people working intentionally in contravention of the ban and covertly catching, storing and selling these species during the ban period. Let me be clear on this. Anyone found to deliberately violating the seasonal ban will be prosecuted to the full force of the law. The penalties for breaches of the ban are significant, with instant fines of $10,000 for individuals and $20,000 for corporations. Maximum penalties are fine up to $50,000 for individuals or up to $100,000 for corporations. Prosecution action will be undertaken against anyone found to be intentionally violating the provisions of the ban. If not addressed, this is a serious challenge to food security for Fijians, so the resolute response is required. Restocking our reefs and ensuring that we build these species will not be achieved immediately. This will likely take many years to achieve. Consequently, we foresee management measures to be in place or further strengthened for several years yet. This is a small sacrifice to achieve a long-term benefits that can last generations for the people of Fiji. We encourage all Fijians to comply with the ban and help the Ministry of Fisheries and the government of Fiji to better manage our coastal resources and rebuild depleted coastal fish stocks. With those few press conference and issues, Binakasakawale, Dainvad, and thank you for your presence here today.